Hey everyone, so you know all those pictures and videos you're constantly taking of your dog? I mean, who isn't, right? Well, what if I told you that that little hobby could actually become a serious, full-time career? Today, we're going to break down the exact blueprint for turning your love for your pet into actual profit.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a massive number. We're not talking about some tiny niche market here. For 2024, the US pet industry is projected to spend over $150 billion. That is a gigantic market where brands are all fighting for the attention of an audience that looks a lot like yours. So think about it. You're already making the content. You're catching those hilarious, adorable, perfect little moments. The real question is, how do you plug yourself into that massive industry and turn your dog's, natural star power into a real, legitimate business? And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to walk through this step by step. First, we'll look at just how huge this market is. Then, we'll get into why dog content is so ridiculously powerful. After that, we'll pull back the curtain on a brand's secret checklist, help you build your pro toolkit, and finally, show you exactly how to prove your worth to anyone who wants to partner with you. All right, first step, let's really wrap our heads around the economic engine you're looking to tap into. This isn't just about cute photos, right? It's about becoming a key player in a massive consumer market. And to put that in perspective, the pet industry is just one piece of the even bigger creator economy, which is on track to be worth over $1 trillion by 2033. This isn't just some passing trend, it's a fundamental change in how businesses do marketing and how people like you can build a career. Now look at this breakdown. This is where it gets really interesting. Nearly $66 billion on food and treats alone, over $33 billion on supplies. Every single one of these slices represents a category jam-packed with brands that are desperately searching for creators like you to help them connect with passionate pet owners. So, the market's huge. We get it. But why are brands so eager to partner with dog creators specifically? Well, it boils down to one simple, incredibly powerful fact. Paws just outperform people when it comes to getting results. I mean, this chart says it all, doesn't it? The data is crystal clear. While your average human influencer is getting, say, a 2.4% engagement rate, pet influencers are hitting 7% or even higher. For a brand, that difference is absolutely massive. It's the difference between an audience that's just scrolling by and one that's actually paying attention. So why? Why is the engagement so much higher? It's all about trust. It comes down to this one magic word: authenticity. Research shows that we, as consumers, just see pet influencers as more sincere. When an audience sees a dog genuinely loving a product, it just bypasses all the skepticism we have for normal ads. That genuine vibe, that's your most valuable asset. Okay, so you've got this engagement advantage in your back pocket, but how do you even get a brand to notice you in the first place? Well, before they ever even ask to see your portfolio, they're doing a quick 60-second scan of your social media. Let's break down the secret checklist they're using to decide if you're worth an email. You have to think like a brand manager for a second. They're scrolling. They see you haven't posted in 3 weeks, or the photos are kind of blurry. That's a red flag. It screams unreliability. But then they see another feed. The content is sharp, there's a clear theme, and you're actually in the comments talking to your community. That is a huge green flag. It tells them you're a professional and you're a low-risk partner to work with. So, you've passed that initial test. They like what they see. Now you need the professional assets to actually close the deal. Let's build the toolkit that's going to turn a brand's casual interest into a signed, paid contract. Your portfolio is basically your professional handshake. It has to be a killer one-page summary of your whole business, and you can build it super easily with tools like Card or even just a nice-looking PDF from Canva. First thing they see should be a hero section, a quick 30-second video reel of your absolute best work. Then, tell them your unique selling proposition, what makes you special. Next, and this is key, show your 4 to 6 best video examples. Don't just dump everything. Pick the ones that scream quality. Then you've got to have results and testimonials for social proof. And finally, clearly list what you offer and what you charge. Now, here is a term you absolutely have to understand: whitelisting. This is a premium service. It's when a brand pays you to run your content as an ad, but from your account. Why do they love this so much? Because it combines your hard-earned authenticity with their powerful ad targeting budget. It looks like your normal post, but it reaches a huge, perfectly targeted audience. This is a massive value add, and you need to be charging extra for it. All right, let's talk money. What should you actually charge? Let's get real. Based on industry data for 2025, a single in-feed reel for a brand can pull in between $100 and $500, even if you have less than 10,000 followers. So why the big range? Well, it depends on stuff like your engagement rate, which is way more important than follower count, and the production quality of your videos. A simple clip is one price, a highly edited multi-location shoot is another. Use these numbers as your starting point. And here is a major pro tip. Your base rate is just the beginning. Brands will almost always want to use your content for longer than the standard 30 days. That's called extended usage rates, and it should cost them an extra 20% per month. And what if they want you to be exclusive to their brand and not work with their competitors? That can double your entire project fee. These add-ons are where you really start to build serious profit. And finally, the last step. And honestly, this might be the most important one. To get those high-paying long-term deals, you have to prove that your content doesn't just look pretty, it actually drives real business results. You have to prove their return on investment, or ROI. The absolute best way to do this is with the Problem Action Result framework. It's a super simple but incredibly powerful way to tell a story and turn every single project you do into a mini case study that screams strategic value. Here's how it works. First, you state the brand's problem, nice and clear. What were they trying to do? In this example, Scrubby Paws needed to get people talking about a new product. Next, you describe your action. What was your creative plan to solve that problem? Here, it was a 3-part reel series telling a whole story about bath time, from the unboxing to the super fluffy result at the end. And then, the punchline, the result. You have to use specific, concrete numbers. Nearly 1 million views, an 8.2% engagement rate, thousands of clicks to the product page, and a direct link to a 20% jump in pre-orders. This is how you prove that your amazing content leads directly to profit.
So look, the market is there. The demand is definitely real. And now you have the blueprint. This whole process transforms you from just being a pet owner who posts cute stuff into a strategic marketing partner. So the only question left is, your dog is already the star. Are you ready to be their manager?